Hi guys, this month I am chatting with my Ripple Collective collaborators
Carl Cameron.
and
Hey, I'm Scotty Ray.
so we're going to chat with you a little bit about why we created Ripple Collective, what it's all about, and what we're doing with it. First question, why create a company and why create it now?
For Violet, I would say that we make her look good. Actually, that sounds really cocky, but it's not supposed to be, because she's actually just she brings some really cool things to the table. She's a great person to work with because she's just really on top of things. She's extremely talented and driven, just kind of keeps things going. So when I'm slacking off, and she's not, it makes her look good. Uh, Carl, Carl needs friends, so that's why he's doing this. And for me, I need friends. Okay. But really, I guess, why not? And it's fun. Why not do it? I think we, a lot of times, think of a lot of reasons why not to do something, and I think you should just do it. If it's something that sounds interesting, you want to do it.
I think for those of us who are in the creative fields, it's important to be able to create some things that aren't necessarily tied to dollar values. Most of what all of us have to create is something that will make money, but to be able to create something for the simple value of something that appeals to me creatively is a lot of fun.
Really, Ripple Collective started with me being out and about on tour and thinking, you know what, so much of the work that actors do is work that they've created themselves now. So why not? Why not get together with some of my friends who are writers, who are directors, who are fellow actors, and just make our own work, especially when we are in between jobs, to really keep our creative juices flowing and do something that's really, really meaningful to us and maybe not isn't just bringing in a paycheck. What does Ripple Collective represent for you?
This experience represents opportunity to come up with ideas, to experience collaborating with the team. It's really what true creativity is.
For me, Ripple Collective is a chance to really just meet new artists, to work with people who are just as passionate about exploring new techniques as I am, and enjoying ourselves and getting to try new things.
I think the cool thing about this is it's just really a chance to create some of your own stuff. It's an opportunity to share ideas, make connections, to meet new people, to kind of network, and just then hopefully, put stuff out there to showcase something, to be able to present that to someone. I think it's creatively fulfilling too. As an actor, I feel like there's times where you're going out to other auditions or other projects, and sometimes you're not always completely invested, or at least you don't feel that way inside. And so I think sometimes, especially if it's, we get that a lot with commercials. It's, drink this beverage, it's amazing. But I think being able to create something yourself or something that you're excited about, I think that's when things really come to life.
I actually had to write a description recently about Ripple Collective and what it is, so I'd like to read that for you. I think it is a fairly good statement of why it came about and what it's become, and what we're trying to do with Ripple Collective. Ripple Collective was founded to explore various avenues of collaboration with artists, with genres, with various approaches to acting, and really is sort of employing a variety of presentation platforms as well, because we've discussed all kinds of things. We just like testing our limits and seeing how far our ripples can go and how far we can be affected by the ripples. So I think that's really what Ripple Collective is for me. Why the name?
We actually we had quite a long list of words and phrases that we liked, either the sound of it and or the meaning of it. but most of the finalists sounded somewhat inappropriate, or maybe we're just perverts. So
I think our name was created in the same sense that many of our projects are created. Collaboration, and someone has an interesting idea and then we go with it and come up with something fun.
We liked the idea of ripple because it's like a drop and then it sort of creates these bubbles, these ripple effects, where it just sort of spreads. And that's what we think art does and could do and should do. And that's what we want our work to do. And we want to be affected by the ripples. We feel as though, as artists, we are constantly feeling some input from the outside world, and it's allowing us to be affected by those and then maybe allowing us to try and affect others with our work as well. And the collective portion is because we want to work together and we want it to be something that is not an individual but is a whole group effort.
we went with Ripple Collective. It's something that I think for us, it just kind of gave us a vivid image of what we want this to do. We want it to, have something that starts somewhere, but then kind of branches out, inspires other people. The creativity, the knowledge is expanding, and hopefully inspires other people to do the same and do things even bigger and better. I think, everybody kind of is inspired by something or someone else. So if we can take that and then pass that on, I think that's a cool thing to be a part of. And I think even outside of the arts, like that's something that's awesome in the arts, but even outside of that, just in everyday life, doing that I think is really beneficial.
What is the experience with the company, the creation of it, the projects, etc.?
My experience with creating projects with this team has been fun because it's all about collaboration, and one of us brings an idea to the table, and then the rest of us help see that project through. And that's what collaboration is. It's bringing an idea to the table and then creating a team to kind of see it through. So it's been a lot of fun.
Every time it's been a little bit different. I mean, Scotty, Carl, and I all sort of take charge, in a little different manner, and we're trying not to do the exact same role, I would say. Poor Carl, though, he's been doing all the editing. I really am not that great with that editing stuff, so that's kind of been up to him, and I really appreciate that. We all kind of rotate a bit and appreciate each other's input, and I like to keep exploring with the roles and with what I can do in the company. But I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and I really, really like getting to meet new people and work with new people and work in a different capacity.
Boom! And now I'm wearing something completely different, and it's daytime because I'm magic. That's why we have Carl on this team, because if I was in charge of more of the video stuff, this kind of thing would happen.
Biggest challenges and best rewards. I would say the biggest challenge is, of course, financial and time, because we are doing this out of our own pockets thus far. We have started discussing fundraising ideas like Kickstarter and all that kind of stuff.
Having the time and getting the time for projects is the most difficult part of this, I think.
Biggest rewards, I think, is just feeling as though we have been creative and that we've shared our talents and used our talents all together in a good way, and it's been an enjoyable process, and to see the outcome of that as well is great. Our first video we are looking at submitting to one or two festivals, and we'll see what comes of that as well.
The best rewards are the fact that it's fun to see the final project, and of course, and it's fun to see that your idea was seen all the way from the beginning to completion, and it's very fun to see something that was created not because some company was paying you to create it, but just for the fact that it came out of your brain and you wanted to create it, and so you did it, and here it is. When we're able to work with a team that kind of has the same mission, I think you got to run with it and do the best you can, even despite all of our busy schedules and everything. If you have a chance, you got to go for it.
Yeah, so challenges as always with the arts is finding the time, finding the finance. But luckily, we've had people who have been committed and who have been willing to give their time for free to be part of this. And we're really appreciative of that. And we would like to eventually be able to pay them in return, give them some profits from all their time and effort and for their ideas and their artistry. And yeah, it's been a really great experience, and I hope that we can continue to explore and do some amazing things with amazing artists in their fields. Thanks for chatting with us this month, you guys, about Ripple Collective.
Thanks so much. It was good chatting. And again, my name is Carl Canwell. Great to talk with you.
I'm Scotty Ray. Thanks.
Again, thank you, Carl, and thank you, Scotty, for all the work that you guys put in and for your input and your feedback in what we do here. Thanks so much, guys. See you next month.